Hello, good afternoon, all of you. Myself, Amit Kumar Gangwar, Assistant Professor at Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Jhalawar. So, till now, we have covered Unit 2nd, Unit 3rd, Unit 4, and this is Unit 5, and this is some part of remaining Unit 6. This is the last topic of the Unit 6, which is remaining due to some unavoidable circumstance. So, this is cellular communication. We have to study the basic about cellular communications. How cellular mobile communication happened. What is the intermediate steps in the communication of two person using cell phones. So, cellular communication. The block diagram of the cellular communication is given here. It is the given here. It is block diagram of the cellular communication. Let us select the marker. So this is the communication basic block diagram of the cellular communication. You all are aware of the basic terms related to the cellular communication because you day-to-day life use the cell phone. You know the basic terms and definitions of about basic terms components of any cell phone. So basic unit of any cell phone is basic most essential component of the for the communication required in the mobile is SIM, that is SIM. The full form of SIM is subscriber identity mobile module. Because in this world every user have their own unique number of cell phones number. If you have your mobile cell phone number, it means your number is unique in this on this earth, means nobody, no other person will have same number at the same time. So that's why its name is subscriber identity module, because you are your identification is done by your mobile number. Second component is the mobile equipment. This is mobile equipment. The second most important component of any cellular communication, that is mobile equipment, because SIM is put inside this equipment. After that, we have cell phone in my hand. If you want to communicate to any other person which is sitting for approximately 100 200 kilometers from your location, so how you will communicate? Because you have cell phone in your hand, there is no wired connection between your cell phone. How the information will flow? So in basic terms, just like modulations and wireless transmission about channel, we have already taught in the class previous lecture. So we will skip that point here, and I assume that you know the basic concept about how signal is transmitted from the how your voice signal is transmitted from to you to transmission tower. So just like we assume you know this thing. From the mobile equipment to the BTS, base transceiver station. This is BTS, base transceiver station, BTS. BTS is present here. This is BTS. This BTS. So your from your mobile phone equipment, mobile cell phone, the information is flow from through wireless up to BTS, base transceiver station. Its name is transceiver, means it has both transmission and reception capability. That's why its name is transceiver. So these base transceiver station you see in your locality, there is towers present in your locality, that is nothing but base transceiver stations. They act as a base transceiver station. Your cell phone is connected to that base transceiver station through the wireless channel. After that, the information again flows through the wires to next base transceiver station through optical fiber cable. So these base transceiver station is connected to the BSC, that is base station center. So all the towers is connected to the base station center. So these so many base station centers in your locality will connect it to the MSC mobile, because it's the base station part, and here is now is network system subsystem start, network levels subsystem is start. So now base switching station, base station center is connected to the MSC mobile switching centers. So these all the base station center is connected to one mobile switching center of very large geographical area, so that the master switching center will handle the call like where call is when you dial a call, how call is connected to the next person, how which protocols is followed, that is that protocol is managed by this network subsystem. So there in the network subsystem you see the other blocks like just like home location. You see the home location register, HLR, VLR is visitor location register. When you watch small, I think when 2 to 3 years before when Jio have launched their 4G network, you see there you face a lot of problems due to roaming issues. There is very telecom companies charge very high due to roaming issues. So that is that if suppose your SIM is from Jhalawar and you went some other state like Delhi, then your calls will be very heavily charged during 4 to 5 years ago before you launched 4G. So this is register location register. Suppose your mobile phone you bring the mobile phone to Delhi. Now the MSC of Delhi, MSC at Delhi will mobile switching center Delhi will recognize you as a visitor because you visit the Delhi as a visitor location. You are not, your number is not at that location. You are came from somewhere outside. So that is your visitor location register, and it's a home location register. Other terms are there: authentication, all these things. Authentication center. Your call is authenticate means if you come from somewhere to your location will be traced by telecom company. Where you are, you can anybody can then telecom companies have the data about your location, all these things. But that is secret. They don't release it until unless any judicially inquiry is not set up. So that information is flow through the then optical fiber to next MSC, next mobile switching center, and then to BSC mobile base station center, then base station center to your mobile equipment, mobile cell, mobile phone from where we want to talk. These are the basic concept of this. So these basic units of the cellular system is cell, which is served by a base station. I will tell you next slide what is cell. Cell is the basic unit in the cellular system. Cell is nothing but is a hexagonal shape, hexagonal shape, which is covered by the which is covered by the tower, which is base transceiver station, which is covered by the any tower present in a locality. A tower is present. Suppose a tower is present at Jhalawar, that will cover the whole location of Jhalawar. Next tower is located at the Patan, so that tower will provide the service to the in the Patan region. So every tower has their limitation. They don't send they don't have signal extend to up to 100 kilometers. They only have to 10 to 5 to 10 15 kilometers. Yeah, 5 kilometers depends on the locality and density of population in your area. According to that, they have their limitation. So these cell in the hexagonal shape. Cellular principle of the requirement. Cellular principle deploy frequency reuse. It's very important term. Frequency reuse. Very important term. This is frequency reuse. Hence, it avoids spectrum congestion, provides higher spectrum capacity, and can provide large coverage area and with the limited resources. So, but this is cell. It is cell. You are seeing that it is a cell, hexagonal cell. So many cells are present here. So these cells cover a means you can see the in one hexagonal cell there is one tower present. So that tower only cover this much area, it's about 3 kilometer range or 4 kilometer range, depends on your strength of the tower. So each cell consists one tower, so that cover only that area, that cover only that particular area. These called cluster of cells. So many combination of cell is called cluster of cell. One hexagonal cell, one center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cell in the nearby this adjacent cell, and 7. So 7 frequency will be used this uh, in this shape. So 7 frequency, different frequencies, 7 different frequency will be used by different cell. The different frequency, the motivation behind this use different frequencies, so that the person which is in the person which is in this f7, but in the f7, that will not interference with the communication with the f4, that will not interface with the f2, f3, f1, f4. So nearby cell top people present in the near in one cell will not have interference when person talking in some other cell. So we set different frequency of each cell, so it will avoid interference of the crosstalk and interference issue in any network. So this frequency reuse concept is used in the frequency reuse. Just learn this term, frequency reuse. So this f7 is frequency will be used somewhere near. Suppose a cell is here, that is suppose is nearby this, that cell will be f7. So this again form this cluster repeated, and this cluster will be repeated again and put in large over a geographical area. So f7 will be used by nearby cluster. This cluster repeated here. f7 will be used by this geographical area cluster cell. So it is very large separated, so there is no chance of any interference or crosstalk. So this concept is used here for the operation of any cellular network. The cluster of is a group of cells which having different range of frequency to avoid interference and crosstalk. As I told you, the different frequency we have chosen because to avoid interference and crosstalk with nearby channels. Suppose this f7 cell don't interfere with the f2, f1, f2, f3, f4, f5, f6. Higher the repetition of the cluster will more the capacity of the system. We compute the C capacity of any system. It depends on the number of repetition of this cluster and number of the cells and number of channels in particular cell. So we will compute capacity in next slide. Cellular principle, it is based on the frequency reuse and employ variable low power transmission which allow cell to spread according to the suitable density. As I told you, number of populations present in a particular area, on the basis of that the cell size will depend. If the large density area, we have produce more less small size of cell. If large number of very less population, so we will produce very large cell size. As you noticed in your when you went somewhere you see in the city area the congestion of the number of towers is very large. When you go in the rural area, in the village side, you see the tower is very less number of tower present. So these are the basic concept to use the cellular technology. Each population is more, then we need more channels because subscriber is more. So to handle the more subscriber, we need more channel capacity. So number of cells is increased. So cell has hexagonal in shape. I told you cell is hexagonal in shape. So there is a region to there are two region why we choose the hexagonal cell. We can choose circular or rectangular. Why we choose hexagonal cell? There is a logic behind this. You can see the point number 1, to avoid any kind of overlapping of the set cluster of two or to create any void in the circular pattern. You can see just see here. If there is any, if suppose there is circular shape, you start draw circular, one circular, two circular. When you see when circles start, there will be some void present here in the center. So the person in this area, there is no coverage to them. They have don't know any signal strength. So what will happen? So that's why to avoid any void, any void, there should not be any void present in this center. So to remove any void, to prevent any void, we take the hexagonal shape, because when we choose hexagonal shape like this, there will be no void present in anywhere, no void present at anywhere. So this is the reason to use the hexagonal shape. Second point is, as compared to square, the area of the hexagonal is maximum, hence use the hexagonal shape. If you ask, sir, I know circular have some void, so why you don't use square? So it is computed that hexagonal cover more area as compared to square. That's why we use hexagonal. This is the reason behind use the hexagonal shape. So now we compute the capacity of any communication system, any cellular communication system. How we compute capacity? Let telecom service provider compute capacity. How capacity is computed? So suppose S number of channel are present. S number of channel are present is total number of channel. S number of channel present in any particular area. S number of channel is present in a particular cell. Cell is, suppose in a cell is nothing but this. Suppose this one hexagonal is one cell, this second cell, third cell, fourth cell. So the combination of these all the cell, it becomes cluster. So to avoid, so we take this as a cell. In particular, in one cell there is n. In one cell there is n channel. There is one cell hexagonal. Suppose there is S channel present in this cell. Also, how many cells is present? N. Cluster size of each cell means n is the number of cells present in a cluster. Suppose here the cluster size will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cells present, so cluster size will be 7. So cluster size will be 7. So n will be cluster size in the cell. So capacity will be n into k, means k, n means n, what is n? N number of clusters, number of cells in a cluster, that is n. K is number of channels present in a cell. K is the number of channels present in a cell. K will be number of channels present in a cell. Suppose in cell k channel present inside is n number of repetition, n cells present in a cluster. So capacity of a cluster will be nk. S will be system capacity, means it's a cluster capacity. So cluster capacity will be nk. If you want to compute the whole system capacity, so whole system capacity will be computed by how many clusters are repeated in a geographical area. How many clusters are repeated? How many these clusters are represented? One cluster, second cluster, third cluster. How many clusters are present in this system area, in whole geographical area? That will tell the system capacity. So to compute the system capacity, we see how many clusters. Suppose m number of clusters present in the whole geographical area. This m times represented. The total capacity will be m n k. Total capacity will be present m n k. M is number of repetitions in that cluster, n is number of cells in the cluster, k is number of channels in a particular cell. The total capacity becomes computed here. As I told you, in hexagonal shape, if you want to compute how many cells present in hexagonal, suppose we have 7 cells. So what is the coordinate value coordinate of x, y, z, x by I, j, k? How coordinate I and j, because in 2 dimensions, so I and j coordinate will work. So for the 7 cells in a cluster, value of the I and j you can compute, and you put n equal to 7 and put a head and tile what is the value of I, what will be the value of j, so that we can get 7. If you put I equal to 2 and j equal to 1, you can see that 2 plus 1 3 into 2 plus 1 2 3. You can you get 7 here. If you put I equal to 2 and j equal to 1, I think you know I square plus j square plus ij. So I square will become 4, j equal to 1, 5, and ij into 2 again, so it becomes 7. So now we will study ways to increase the subscriber capacity. As I told you, how density of cell size depends on the cell. The cell size depends on the density of the population. If more density, cell size will be less. If less density, cell size will be more. So on the depends on number of subscriber, we can put more channels. We can put more cells in the system, because there are 3 types of cell present in the system. First is cell splitting, second is sectorization, third is umbrella cell approach. So depends on the number of users present in a particular area, we can take different number of cells with different pattern of cells. Cell splitting is nothing but in a big cell can be broken down into small cells. Just like see here, there are large number of cells present. We can broken down these cells into a small number of cells for better utilization of the channel. These are small cells. So better, more number of channels and more connectivity we can get. This is all about for today. Thank you.